you. Most of your enemies right there beside you. I just want my neck and wristlet with diamonds. I just want my shoes and clothes.
What it do, Always Nigeria gang? What it do, Always Nigeria squad? So today, I just want to say thank you to my loyal subscribers who continuously support me and everything like that. To those of you who have not subscribed, but you're clicking on this video, go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and hit that bell for future content so that you'll be notified, all right? So today, I am addressing a few comments where people have been asking me about the products that I took from my BBL and actually used and felt like they were critical versus the products that I took and I either didn't use or I didn't feel like they were that beneficial for me to take and I could have just saved my coin. So first things first, I am someone who's anemic, so I do feel like the vitamins that I was taking actually did help with my labs. So I knew that you had to have your labs done either 60 to by at the latest 30 days before surgery, and at the like the most far out you could take them was 60 days. So at the 60-day point where I knew that I would have 30 days before I wanted to actually take my labs, I started taking vitamin C. I started taking Hemoplex. I started taking a multivitamin, like a gummy multivitamin made for women. What else is that? I took like some vitamins that said that they were made for like the cardiovascular system, like they were made for cardio health. So like when you're reading your vitamins, like I know it was vitamin B something. I don't remember if it was vitamin B. It wasn't vitamin B12 because that's for like metabolism, but it was something else. It was like vitamin B something, and I started taking it. And I also took a folic acid. I took iron. And I really think that those vitamins, because that was really, and did I say, yeah, I already said vitamin C, but I didn't take the actual vitamin C, like the vitamin. I took, it was these like dissolvable capsules or like, they're like round and they kind of look like Tums, and you just drop them in like 8 ounces of water, and I just drank it like that. It was kind of like it was like an 8 ounce glass of water, and you just put the little tablets, you let them dissolve kind of like you would Alka-Seltzer, and that's how I drank it. And I really do feel like taking those vitamins were vital in me receiving the labs that I did, because like I said, I'm someone who's anemic. So my A1C is typically very, like my hemoglobin super low. It's usually in the 9s, and when I took my lab values, it was like 12.6. So I started, like I said, taking them 30 days prior to me taking my labs or getting my labs drawn, and so they were amazing. I didn't try the Floradex, so I'm not really sure if that is just as beneficial, but I'm pretty sure it's just as beneficial. But I can't vouch for that 100% because I didn't try it. Yes, y'all, I breathe life back in my hair one last time because I'm going to take it out soon and do something else to it. So that's as far as the like, you know, things that I felt like were beneficial from my labs. Things that I did to lower my BMI were like I intermittent fasted, and I can insert here the name of the app that I use for my intermittent fasting, so I'll insert that here. And I didn't really eat like crazy. I also did like some water fast, like 3-day water fast. I did the military diet. If you're unfamiliar with that, you can go ahead and Google or go on Pinterest and figure out what the military diet is. So I did the military twice before surgery, and like I said, I intermittent fasting. And intermittent fasting is something that I actually do a lot anyway, just because it's a really good way to lose weight really fast, and then you really don't have to. Well, you don't have to watch what you eat because you're still going to lose weight. I typically would eat a little bit healthier, but when I did eat like crap, I didn't feel bad because I knew that, you know, I was still going to lose the weight. And so I lowered my BMI from like a 31 or 32 to like a 28. But then when everybody who knows I had to quarantine, so I started like eating like crazy when I was there, and I gained like maybe 10 pounds while I was quarantining. which was, I mean, it boosted me back. I don't think it was 10 pounds, but it did boost my BMI to 31. So from 28 to 31, I'm 5'2". Luckily, my doctor is someone who works with a BMI of at least 34, you know, maximum 34. So me being at 31, it really didn't make a difference. So those are things that I did. I also did, like, I don't take laxatives, but I do, oh, I'm sorry. And before I move forward, Docusate Solace, I'll insert that here. It's a stool softener. I started taking that at least 7 days prior to surgery, just because I knew that they were going to give me pain medication, and I knew all the vitamins that I was taking in conjunction with the pain medication was going to make me constipated. And who wants to be trying to take a dump when your butt is going to be like, the cheeks are going to be as hard as freaking rocks? Like, that was just not a pretty picture, not something that I wanted to even try. So I didn't try it. I went ahead and started taking that so that I would be prepared for the first poop. It's kind of like for everyone who knows, like, who had children before, you know how they tell you to start taking stool softeners because of all the vitamins and things like that, and you're going to be constipated, so they have you taking stool softeners. Yeah, it's the same concept. So anyway, moving back on to what I was saying about losing weight. When you lose, like I said, I don't take laxatives. So for me, I would do like a saltwater cleanse, which is basically you take 32 ounces of water, you boil it on the stove, you add Himalayan pink salt, like two teaspoons, not tablespoons, y'all. Don't do the tablespoons. You be done died and never made it to surgery. So anyway, you take two teaspoons of Himalayan pink salt and you put it in the 32 ounces of water, let it dissolve. You can add like a few little slices of lemon while it's on the stove, like boiling, and even like a dash of honey just to make it taste better, because it tastes like crap. But I just want to warn you that if you're going to do that, you need to stay your ass at home for at least a good 6 hours. Like, if you ain't got 6 hours to spend at the crib, I wouldn't even try it, because sis, it's gonna run through you. It takes about 30 minutes to hit you, but baby, when it hits you, you need to be close to your toilet and close to your shower, because it's gonna hit you. And make sure that you're active while you, like, once you take it, because you want to get your bowels to start moving and stretching and all that good stuff, and you're gonna feel it. Once you start feeling it, you're gonna start feeling like it bubbling and all of that stuff, and you're gonna be like, ooh. Try not to go right then. Try to let it bubble up a little bit more, because once it bubbles up a little bit more, you know, you're gonna go a few times anyway. So I mean, that's up to you. But yes, that also helps you lose weight. I think every time I do that, I lose like 5 pounds in the same day, and obviously that's just 5 pounds of shit that hadn't been pooped out. So your gut reduces like immediately. Also, if you are not like into doing the saltwater cleanse, you can do things like the take apple cider vinegar shots and things like that. That always helps. You're not really supposed to take like diet pills prior to surgery, so I wouldn't recommend doing that, because they actually tell you not to do or take diet pills. And the reason for that is because they can't really regulate what's in diet pills, and so you don't want to be taking something that, you know, may have something in there that may affect your surgery negatively, because when they run your labs, they may find something that you're not supposed to have in your system, or it affects your blood level and they can't control it and you bleed the fuck out on the table. You don't want to do that. Another thing is you're not supposed to take Motrin. So obviously when I was in pain, like, I wouldn't take Motrin. Or Aleve. You can't take Aleve because that's a blood thinner. Or sorry, aspirin is a blood thinner, but you're not supposed to take Aleve either. So basically, any of the ibuprofen, which is aka Motrin, that I had in my house, I literally put it in a whole different cabinet, whole different place, because I didn't want to accidentally grab for it. So I would just leave out my Tylenol, just because that's all you could take when you're in pain. So like, if I had a headache, I would take Tylenol. So moving on from lowering your BMI. So as far as clothes, what I took, if you guys didn't see, I took the Amazon, the dresses off Amazon. I'll insert those here, somewhere up in here. And I ordered them in extremely big sizes. Like, I literally was swallowed by those. If you have not checked me out in those videos where I was quarantining and like right at, you know, the day of surgery, I had like the first one on, then the second day I had the second dress on. You'll see exactly how big those dresses were on me. And they were huge like that even prior to surgery. But I bought them big like that because I didn't want anything like tight and just annoying me. I wanted it to be big so that I was comfortable. So I would say at least I could have worn a medium in those dresses, to be honest. I got them in extra larges and they were huge. They swallowed me. They looked like I had on freaking muumuus, but I was comfortable. So and they also had pockets. You know, girls love pockets. So go ahead, sis, go ahead and order you some of them things off Amazon. They ain't gotta be the exact ones, but just know that you need something that's larger, something that you can just slip over your head, because you don't want them to be trying to struggle to get you dressed after surgery. Like, obviously you don't want to be having on like leggings and jeans and things like that. You want something that can just be thrown over you. So even if you could find one that just buttons all the way up and down, well, I wouldn't even recommend that, because who the hell want to sit there and button up your clothes all the way freaking up and down? No, I would recommend, if you can't find something with a zipper, I would find something that you can just throw over your head. So yeah. And then obviously you need compression socks, because you have to wear your compression socks for 7 days, 24 hours a day, 7 days. So I got some compression socks off Amazon and I got them in the color black. Boop, you'll see that there. And the reason was because I didn't want to be walking around with some socks that just was filled with blood. Like, that just was ugly. You were already going to be uncomfortable, so you just didn't want to look stupid, nasty, and horrible, filthy. So I would recommend getting black. That's another thing. That's another reason why I got those dresses that I did get. I got them in dark colors because you couldn't tell that I was bleeding, you know what I'm saying, when I had on black, or you couldn't tell that I was bleeding when I had on like the dark red dress. And also, when you get your massages for the first 3 days, they're going to be popping open your incisions, so you're going to be draining. And it's not going to just be blood that you're draining. You're obviously draining fluid and things like that as well. So it's going to be a lot, and you don't want that like all over the place and showing and letting everybody know. Even though they're going to probably know that you had surgery, because you're going to be walking like you slow and like you the Hunchback of Notre Dame, because it's going to be hard to stand all the way up. But it's just not a cute look, sis, for you to be walking around bloody, like a bloody mess. Like, so don't even do that. Do dark colors. Another thing is slides. So actually, here's a pair girls, y'all don't even understand how comfortable these slides are. So I got these slides from Amazon, and I'll also insert the picture of them. And I got a black pair off Amazon as well. But they are so freaking comfortable. They like morph to your feet. These little lines here, even if your feet, you know how your feet be greasy when you go to put on, you know, lotion or something like that, and you try to put on slides or heels, and your feet just be feeling weird and they be sliding. You don't have that issue with these shoes. I be putting on all type of moisture on my feet, and guess what? My freaking shoes stay in place. So I really recommended these. But for when you're wearing your compression socks, obviously you can't wear these because you have like, that's the thong part. So I do have a pair of black ones that don't have the thong part, and I'll insert that here. I got them off Amazon as well, and they're just as comfortable, and your feet don't slide and all that stuff either. So yes, I would recommend those. What else did I really need as far as clothes? Oh, now everybody was talking about having a robe for after surgery. But my opinion about the robe is, yes, you need a robe. I wanted my robe on because you just look weird walking around with big ass dresses on. So like when I was like getting dressed that morning, I threw on my robe and I was just comfortable, you know what I'm saying, waiting in the clinic. Because if y'all don't know, I'll be making a video soon about my experience at Mia, but yeah, I'll go into details about that in another video. But yes, you're gonna need a robe. Not necessarily for after surgery, but I had mine on before surgery because it was freaking freezing in there. But then they kind of turned it down and you were hot as hell and everybody started taking off their robes. The reason I say I don't really know about after surgery is because you be so high. Like, I don't even understand how people woke up saying that they was freezing. Now, everybody's different. I don't know. But when I woke up, I wasn't freezing. I just was ready to go. I'm like, where is my man at? I'm like calling out for him. I ain't calling out for no blanket. People talking about they was calling out for blankets. I'm like, where is Bryant's? Fuck a blanket. Bryant, where is you at? Come get me. You know what I'm saying? I was ready to go. So I don't know about needing no blanket after surgery because I was high. Like I don't know. Maybe you're gonna be cold. I was not, because I think I was so high I didn't even notice the cold. And also because I probably didn't stay there that long to even notice it. Like I didn't let my anesthesia wear down that much. Because I ended up having them call him to come and get me. Like I was ready to go. But I did still have my robe on, I think. Honestly, I can't remember if I had it on. No, I don't even think I had my... Y'all, listen, I was so high. I don't even remember if I had the robe on after surgery. I do know that I had it on prior to surgery. So I will say, yes, get your robe. And don't get one of them little cheap, flimsy ones either, like the short ones that's around the waist. Get one that goes down to your ankles. Like mine reached well below my kneecaps, because you're just going to want to be comfortable. Just be comfortable. Don't try to go in there looking cute and with nothing tight on. Like, it was people in there with freaking leggings on. Sis, first of all, you're probably not even going to be able to fit those after surgery, and they're damn sure not about to try to struggle to put them up on you. So just don't even bother with that. Get something big to throw on. Yes, you're going to be looking crazy, but it's okay. Everybody in the clinic is going to be looking crazy, sis. You'll be all right. You'll be all right for like the little time being you're going to be in there. Ain't nobody going to be looking no different to you. Everybody going to have on a robe, some slides, some compression socks, and a throw-on little gown. So just, you'll be good. So other than that, hold on, let me check on my baby. My bad, y'all. I had to check on the kid. Had to check on my baby. Okay. Yes, I'm sitting on my BBL pillow, y'all. So it takes me a minute to get, like, situated. That's another thing. I might as well... what else about clothes did I want to mention? Nothing, honestly. Just make sure you have clothes this big. And you don't even need that many, y'all. Like, you're not going nowhere, sis. You're gonna go to your few little, you know what I'm saying, check-up appointments. Don't be trying to overpack and be cute unless you're gonna be planning on being in Miami before your surgery. Other than that, just, you need like maybe 3-4 oversized gowns. You need an outfit to wear back to the airport if you know what I'm saying, planning on flying, if you're not like having surgery in your hometown. Outfit to wear back to the airport, something like that. Like, I wouldn't overpack. As far as underwear goes, you just need underwear for before surgery, because after surgery you're not wearing underwear. Like, you have a slit in your thigh to use the bathroom, so you don't have to really worry about panties. So moving on from that, or obviously you're gonna need bras, but besides that, you don't really need panties. As far as your necessities go, I would just recommend taking all travel size stuff. You're not going to need full size stuff. You're not going to use it all. The wipes. So people were saying like they recommended taking wipes to the freaking, like, to wipe your body down and all of that stuff after surgery, because you're not going to be able to get in the shower right away. First of all, you get in the shower literally 24 hours after surgery. So I would save my coin on the wipes, sis. I bought a big thing. Now, okay, wait. I did buy a big thing of wipes, but I didn't buy the wipes to wipe down my body. When I wanted to, like, after the surgery or whatever, I freaking, you know, you're bloody all over your thigh and all that stuff. So, like, I felt nasty. So I took a rag, put some soap on it, wet the rag, and started wiping my thigh down, like, because you smell like blood. Like, it was so strong because it's so much. You just smell like blood and shit. So I was using a rag to wipe down my thigh and all of that stuff, because you couldn't take it off with the 24 hours. And for, like, when using the bathroom purposes, you are going to pee through the hole. So, like, I was using soap and rag. I didn't really use the wipes for that. So no, I don't know about that. After I was able to take my shower, however, I was using the wipes, but I was using the wipes for, like, after I pooped. Like, I would use the wipes. They're like big washcloth type wipes. If you haven't seen them, they sell them at Family Dollar. I do have a video of what I packed for my BBL, and I showed them on there. They're cheap, but they're really large. And that was like what I would use for after I pooped before I would get in the shower. Like, I wouldn't want to, obviously, I don't like using tissue. I'm somebody who likes to use wipes. So I use the wipes, and then I would get in the shower, and then I would wash up. But that was after my 24 hours, once they told me that I could take my shower and stuff like that. So if you're going to take wipes, I don't recommend taking more than like 1 pack of wipes. You're not going to need it. So save your coin. The wipes is like $6-something a pack. You can save that little $6. As far as a spray bottle, I use a spray bottle very, very minimally. I don't even really think I use a spray bottle for what I brought it for, to be honest. I really don't. I don't think I used it for, you could save it. You don't even need the spray bottle. Because when I was using my spray bottle, it's because I was quarantined and I was using it for my hair. I have a continuous spray, hair bottle, a continuous spray bottle. So it continuously sprays the water. I was using that to keep my hair moisturized, like, to be honest. Because I was in Miami and my hair was getting dry. So I didn't use it for my lower woman bits. Oh my God, these kids, hold on. So you may or may not use your spray bottle. I'm gonna leave that up to your discretion. If you choose to take it, you choose to take it, sis. The urinal, boop, absolutely need the urinal. Placing mine here, the one that I got. It's currently unavailable on Amazon right now, but then they have other ones that's pretty much just like it, just from a different company, I guess. So I definitely recommend the urinal. I was talking about it the other day. I'm still using my urinal for like if I go out in public and stuff like that. I'm still gonna use my urinal because that way I ain't gotta be trying to squat all over the place and all of that stuff. I recommend the urinal for sure. Let's see, what else was it? Oh, definitely need some antibacterial soap. Now, for the antibacterial soap, obviously Dial is recommended. I would say take 1 or 2 bars of that. More than likely 1 bar is fine. The Hibiclens, which I'll place here somewhere in this clip. The Hibiclens, they say to start using it a few days before surgery, but when I spoke to my doctor, and this is up to your discretion, my doctor said that he thinks that the Hibiclens is too strong. He actually prefers Dial. So I never use the Hibiclens because they actually give the Hibiclens out at the clinic if you go for like the pre-op appointment before the surgery. So like if your pre-op appointment is the day before surgery, they'll give you Hibiclens if you purchase that package. But if you have pre-op and surgery in the same day, they don't give you the Hibiclens. But my doctor said Dial is perfectly fine, and that's all that he actually recommends. So that's that. So I only use Dial. I never use Hibiclens, but if you choose to get Hibiclens, that's more power to you, sis. You can get it off Amazon. What else? What is it? I definitely recommend a facial moisturizer and some freaking lip balm, because I swear you're gonna look like crap and you're going to want to have your lips moisturized because you're gonna feel dehydrated for some odd reason. Another thing, get a hairstyle that's very easy to maintain. Don't go trying to have no 24, 36 inch weaves. And I wouldn't even recommend getting like box braids or nothing like that. I would recommend, if you're gonna get braids, to get like, you know, those not fishtail, goddamn. What are they? Feed-in braids. I would recommend getting like the larger feed-in braids, or you know what I'm saying, something like that. Like I wouldn't recommend getting a bunch of braids because your head is gonna be heavy. You don't want to have to deal with all of that stuff afterwards. So I wouldn't recommend it. Like if you guys saw my video of my surgery day, I had my hair in my real natural hair in a low ponytail, not a ponytail, a low bun. Like I was trying not to deal with my hair at all. So I would recommend making sure that you have a hairstyle that's very easy to maintain, and that it's not gonna be heavy and worrisome and bothersome. As far as the Chucks pads, insert those here. You can get those off Amazon. You can get those from any of your little convenience stores. Chuck pads come from Walmart, Family Dollar, Meijer, Target, all of that stuff. You can get off Amazon. Definitely recommend Chucks pads. You're gonna need a lot. I don't recommend getting more than 1 pack though, like, because you can get a pack of 100 and that's enough. Like I had a whole pack left over once, because after like the 3rd day, you're not bleeding as much, and so like you don't want to waste your money. Like you're gonna change the Chucks pads a lot during the 1st day and the 2nd day and potentially the 3rd day, but after that I feel like it's just, you're gonna use them but not as much, and so you don't want to waste your money getting 2 packs. As long as you get like a pack of maybe 30, or maybe I would say get a pack of 48. You don't really need more than 48, unless you're like somebody that's constantly going to change yours. You get the larger squares for like 48 count, I think you'll be good. But they also have the larger for 100 count if you choose to do that. Definitely need a shower curtain, because what I found is when you're asleep, you're still kind of moving, and even the struggle of getting up like on your forearms to get out of the bed, those Chuck pads are going to move and you're going to get blood on the shower curtain. So you rather be safe than sorry. You rather get the shower curtain and not bleed on it at all versus not get the shower curtain and end up bleeding on somebody's sheets, whether it's at a recovery house or a hotel or Airbnb. You don't want to do that. So I recommend getting the shower liner. Now the shower liner that I'll insert here, you're not necessarily going to need it from Amazon. You can get it from like Dollar Tree or Family Dollar for like $1 or some change or something like that. So you don't have to get like a really expensive one. You get the cheapest of the cheap. Just make sure you have one. Now those people were talking about maxi pads and what were they using? Maxi pads, and also talking about like the adult diaper, the Depends, or the Always Discreet adult diaper Depends. I wouldn't waste my money. I bought a pack of those things and I barely used them. I did honestly use the maxi pads for like my incisions underneath my boob area because of the bra. I didn't want the bra pressing on it, and I didn't want this part of the thigh pressing on it. So I did put them there, but I really didn't use them. Like literally 1 or 2 drops of blood would be on it, and then it was just like pointless. I would recommend, if you're going to do something like that and you just don't want everything pressing on your incision or touching your incision, not even pressing on it, touching it, I would recommend just getting a little cheap pack of panty liners. You can get like 100 or 24 count for like 88 cents at Walmart. I recommend getting like 2 little small packs of those, because that way you can cover your incisions without wasting your freaking money. Like, no sis, don't even bother. Definitely don't bother with the freaking Always Discreet underpants, because you ain't about to be, I'm telling you sis, you're not gonna do all of that. You're just not. Especially if you get longer gowns. Now if you're not somebody who's gonna be wearing like the long gowns, you might want to get that, because your thigh has an opening where your vagina is out. So if you're gonna be somebody who wears a long gown, you're not really worried about your lady bits touching nothing, so besides your gown, so you don't really need it. And also the thigh, you can close the little opening, like it's not just open, so whatever. What else did not think that you really needed? Oh my god, y'all, arnica gel, Bruisex, all that stuff. I'll insert them in this clip somewhere. Arnica gel, arnica pills, Bruisex. This, I don't know if this is a personal thing or not, but it was a waste of money. I feel like I wasted a lot of money on arnica gel and Bruisex cream and stuff like that, because I don't feel like it works like people said. Like, I mean, it took maybe a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks for me to start seeing any change for real in my bruises. And I did not bruise that much after surgery, like, and I'm very light, so usually I bruise like crazy. I did not have no really bad crazy bruises. I do still kind of have bruises around like my waist area and my lower back, like it's darker and it's very tender, so I know it's like very bruised still in there. But the arnica gel and stuff is not helping. So I mean, I used it like when I would get out the shower before I would put on my thigh, and the reason I was using it for that was because it does give you like a cooling sensation, which I kind of liked, but I don't think that it's like necessary if you choose not to do it. I feel like there's plenty of other creams that you can put on if you choose to do that. I don't feel like it's all worth the hype. Also, for the scarring, I would recommend bio oil or scarring and stretch marks. I would recommend bio oil or Mederma, whichever you choose to use. I use bio oil because I'm just used to bio oil. And like as my butt is expanding, me and my boyfriend has been noticing small, like white, thin, kind of transparent stretch marks on my butt cheeks as the skin starts to stretch. So I would just get ahead of that and just start putting, you know, the oils on, even though, you know, they look good, you know, they just showing you girls ass getting fatter, you know what I'm saying? So it's not no big deal. Like, he like them, I love them, shit. But I'm talking about for like the stomach area, because when you lose that extra fat in your stomach, you don't want the stretch marks to become like super apparent and look crazy. So just moisturize that. The boppy pillow. You don't need a boppy pillow, sis. I don't care what nobody say. You don't need a boppy pillow. The boppy pillow is too damn expensive for you to be wasting your money on. You can get a regular little pillow for when you about to drive and all of that stuff, or when you, you know what I'm saying? You could just get a boppy pillow if you choose to, but I feel like you can use regular pillows to accomplish the same position and the same level of comfort as using the boppy pillow, and it's for cheaper. So I wouldn't waste my money. But that's a preference. That's what you choose to do, if that's what you choose to do. What else is necessary? What else did I find necessary? Obviously, you want to have your phone charger for when you're in surgery or when you're waiting in the surgery clinic, because a lot of people, phones was dying and they was looking crazy because we was in there for a minute and they was looking like, can I see your charger, sis? Girl, I am vlogging. No. You know what I'm saying? You gotta wait a minute. And then I was one of those people, so you know what I'm saying? I ain't want my phone to die. Did I have my charger? I don't think I had my charger. But I didn't want my phone to die. So I had to stop vlogging for a minute because I didn't want my battery to die. Also, I would recommend having like a water bottle, obviously pineapple juice, Gatorade. Stock up on all that good stuff because it's going to reduce the inflammation. It's going to keep you hydrated. They say they really don't recommend Gatorade that often or that much because of the extra sugar in there could cause inflammation or can prevent like from your swelling going down too much too fast. But I didn't have an issue with that. I was mixing my pineapple juice with my Gatorade and I was healing amazingly. And also I was drinking a lot of water. So I recommend all of that. That's all very, very necessary. As far as the recovery house, you do what's best for you and your coin. You can do a recovery house. You can do a freaking Airbnb, which is what I ended up doing. And you can do a hotel. The reason I did Airbnb, as you guys know, I mean, if you don't know, then you can watch my channel or a few of my videos and I let you guys know why I ended up with the Airbnb, because I originally had the recovery house, but I'll get into all of that in another video. So anyway, you can do any of those. Hold on. So you can choose to do the Airbnb, the hotel, or the recovery house. That's up to you, but just know that there's different things with each of those. So like, I didn't want to do a hotel because obviously there's going to be so many people in the hotel, and then like with the coronavirus, I wasn't feeling that, especially because you're going to be open right after surgery. I really wasn't feeling that. Airbnb, I would look for the ones that are private Airbnbs, like whether there's a guest house with a private entrance and you have your own bathroom and your own kitchenette or whatever. Because a lot of Airbnbs that I was noticing had like they were like private rooms that you were renting, but you were sharing like the living space, and I didn't want that. So I found an Airbnb where it was like the mother-in-law suite or the in-law suite. So there was like a bathroom, a master bedroom, like a little small kitchen that didn't have a stove, but it had a refrigerator, microwave, kitchen sink, stuff like that. I had my own bathroom. It had a little small living area. So I would recommend something like that. And I had an own private entrance because I didn't want to really be around people like that. As far as the recovery house, you know, you're going to be around a lot of people and all that stuff, but you have somebody there to help with you 24 hours a day, but they're also helping everybody else. Like, you don't have your own nurse. Now, people keep asking me, do I recommend getting a private duty nurse for the first 24 or 48 hours of the whole time? Me personally, I would say if you don't have somebody to go with you, which is the route that I preferred, to have somebody who was able to be there with me, like my boyfriend and my friend, then I would recommend getting at least a nurse for the first 24 hours. Maybe the first 36 hours. I don't think that you need the nurse for the whole 48 hours or even longer than that. Because honestly, you're not supposed to be on bed rest. You're supposed to be moving around. You're supposed to be doing stuff for yourself. It may be hard for the first 24 hours, but after that, you should be able to, if you're staying up on top of your pain medications, you should be able to do most of the things yourself. So save yourself that coin, because those private duty nurses cost an arm and a leg, sis. I wouldn't even waste my money. Get it for the first 24 hours if you don't have nobody else that can go with you. But other than that, send their asses packing. Let's see, what else? I think that that's all that I can think of for this particular video. As far as the fajas, BBL pillows, foams, ad boards, all that stuff, I purchased a package. So all of that stuff was included in mine. I did have to purchase a second stage faja separately. But my foams, my abdominal board, and my first stage faja were all included. And so was my BBL pillow. And 3 of my massages, because I purchased that package. So I will look into getting packages because it may save you some coin. I also have been talking about this in several of my videos that I do like the Spanx better than I like the faja, because I feel like my Spanx have better compression and they don't have the zippers that end it in my stomach, because it takes days to get those indents out. But that's a whole nother video, a whole nother thing, a whole nother battle. I ain't here to talk about that today, sis. So make sure you have some entertainment and stuff like that. Other than that, I think that's all I really can think about to tell you guys. Make sure you have some cash and your license on you, or your debit card, just in case you have not completed paying for your surgery, because obviously you don't want to get there and have forgot to pay for something, or not have your stuff on you, and God forbid you have to be rescheduled. So make sure that all that's taken care of, your finances, because you're going to be getting in there having to fill out paperwork, right away. It's going to be a ton of paperwork, and you don't want to deal with no finances other, you know, signing a receipt saying that you had paid for everything. So that's my little to-do list, the do's and don'ts, what you need versus what you didn't need. It was a lot of stuff that you actually did need, you guys, but you didn't need as much, if that makes sense. Like, it was a lot of stuff that I used, that I took, but I don't think that I should have gotten as much, like, as big of a quantity as I did, because I didn't need it that much. Because when I got home, I didn't use any of that stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, the only reason I was using the arnica gel and stuff like that after I got home was because I paid so much fucking money for it. Like, that arnica gel with the collagen, that was like $21-something. Like, baby, you using this. I don't care if it's not doing not a damn thing for you, but it's gonna get used. You feel me? So, like I said, I bought 2 things of Chuck pads, and I bought those maxi pads, and I bought a large amount of the stool softeners, and I bought things like, I think you only need like a 30 count of the stool softener, to be honest. But I think you need a 100 count of the stool softener if you are going to start 7 days prior to surgery, which is what I did. But if you're going to start the day of surgery, I think the 30 count will be fine. What else? Make sure you have all type of moisturizers, like cortisone cream, Benadryl, and all that stuff, because I think day 3 or 4, my itchiness started, and baby, it's intense. So definitely have you some stuff to keep you moisturized and all of that good stuff. What else can I think of? Snacks. You know, they say to ease your way back into eating. I didn't ease my way back into eating. I ate, like, right off the gate what I wanted to eat. I didn't eat as much, but I did eat, like, right out the gate. I don't think that I didn't start by eating soup and all that stuff. And they were saying that because with the anesthesia, you may become nauseous. Just make sure that you eat prior to taking your pain medication. And if you're gonna, you know what I'm saying, and take your nausea medication prior to that as well. So I took my nausea medication, and then took my pain medication. And don't go about taking all Percocets. Make sure that you take your Percocet, but then in between that, you're taking your Tylenol, because you're not going to want to be in extreme pain and then take all your Percocets at once. Like, I still have like 4 or something, and I only got 12 because I was taking Tylenol in between. It's just better to do it that way. It's safer to do it that way, so I would do it that way. But that's just me. You do what you want to do. That's all I got to say. So with that being said, like I said in the beginning, if you have not subscribed or hit that bell, go ahead and do so, and make sure that you like and comment so that you will be notified of future content. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next video.